greater access to NIFOR. When I mean NIFOR, when I say NIFOR, I mean our products, our oil palm, especially the planting materials, because that is where the farmers get it wrong most of the time, especially this oil palm planting material, where we have so many people, disguising as NIFOR agents and selling rubbish to the public, to the farmers. Yeah, they sell a lot of rubbish to the farmers, and many farmers are falling prey. They meet them. If you're coming, maybe as you were coming, you'd have seen a lot of nurseries around NIFOR. A lot. So before they even get into the institute, those ones have hijacked them and tell them they are NIFOR agents or whatever. And most of them fall prey and buy what is not genuine planting material. What we give out here is the Tenera hybrid. The Tenera hybrid, which you have come to this, and which is a cross between these two, the Dura and Piscifera. The Tenera. So this is a cross, taking the good qualities of this Dura and the good qualities of this Piscifera to get this. The qualities of this, they have a large kernel, which the Dura, large kernel, a thin mesocap, So the oil that comes out of this is not so much. The kernel is much. This Piscifera is basically mesocap, just little or insignificant kernel. So, and the oil from there is very good. But the only problem is that it's quite sterile. It doesn't produce all the time. So maybe like in 5 years or whatever, you just get one cycle of fruit. So we don't get the fruit all the time. So what NIFOR did was to just find the good qualities of this and cross a process of controlled pollination. This, where are the bags now? This thing, maybe when you were coming, you saw some fallen trees with white bags. Okay, so that is the pollination taking place there. But what we do here, natural pollination is wind, insects, and all those, but we don't do that here. We do what we call controlled pollination. So they get some instruments, take the pollen from here, bag, cover it from that. So that external influence will not affect the process, because it's controlled. We have a target. We don't want anything to tamper with the process. That is why it's closely guarded like that. So that's why we call it controlled pollination. And our seed production division is responsible for that. The plant breeding and the seed production, they work together to achieve that. So what we do is what I am doing to let you know what happens. So now, I don't want to keep you so much here. I know you're focused, so we are sending you there. But you talked about Supergene. The Supergene is not another variety of oil palm. We have only 3 varieties of the oil palm. This is which are the Dura and the Piscifera. The Dura and the Piscifera are the ones we find in the natural, in the wild. They are the natural palms we have. So the Tenera is what NIFOR has worked on to get this. So what we have is the Dura, the Tenera, and the Piscifera. So the Supergene is not another breed of oil palm, and in spite of what they may say, it's actually not superior to this. It's the same Tenera. It's just that is important. And what they do is, it's just a brand name. Supergene is just a brand name. It's just like you having Coca-Cola, Mineral. You have Coca-Cola, 7-Up, Mirinda, or whatever. Or you can have your own personal one and decide to give it your own name. So it's just that. And what may seemingly make the Supergene better, is because of the way they take care of it there. They select, they are imported. Those are imported materials. So they select the very best materials they have to send to us, which may not thrive well here because they may find it difficult to adapt to our own climate. But the Tenera, the way it has been produced to adapt to any climate to our climate. So whatever it is, putting into consideration some, some challenges the farmer may have. Some farmers, no matter how you educate them, may not adopt the best practices in planting these oil palms. So all those things are put into consideration when producing the seed, so that wherever they plant it, however it is, it will still thrive. So the Tenera has the qualities. Within the first 3 years, we should start fruiting. You should get the genuine hybrid Tenera from NIFOR. And one way we check it is that you come to NIFOR. For instance, there's no way of telling, okay, this is genuine material or not. When you buy it at that stage, at the seedling stage, you can't tell the difference. It's only when it starts growing, as from that 5-7 years, that you will now realize, oh, this is not the real Tenera I got. So we always advise, please, if you must invest in oil palm, come to NIFOR and get the genuine planting material. When you come, you are not going to pay money to anybody. Nobody collects cash from you. You generate RR. That's one way we check it. You generate your RR and pay through a meter, and you get your receipt. And it is well packaged. Well, when you get your receipt, then you take your receipt to the nursery before they supply you NIFOR authentic receipt with your RR. So it's not something like, okay, bring money, may I give you. No. You are buying from NIFOR, either seedling or seed. It's through a meter. So that's just one way we have tried to check that. But of course, they are still there. The unscrupulous elements are still there doing their own business. So when you are buying or when you want to go into oil palm business, it's capital intensive. It's a lot of money to invest. So imagine investing in what will not profit. Because it's from 7 years, we now get to know. By then, it will be too late. So it's better to start it right at the beginning. And the way to begin it right is to get the right planting material. That's where you start from, because oil palm is a long value chain. So you get the right planting material. Somebody we had a seminar, they say, for oil palm farmers, our money grows on trees. That's what they said. It was we had a seminar, that was the first thing. For oil palm farmers, our money grows on trees. So if your money grows on trees, then you must want to take care of that tree. And the first step is getting the right planting material. So once you have gotten the right planting material and apply best practices, which you are going to learn in the places you are going to. I'm not going to talk about. I'll leave the experts there to teach you what they should teach you. They already were working. So that's a Supergene. It's just a brand name. And our Tenera is still better, because our Tenera has been produced to adapt to our local climate. If you get those ones, like my boss would say, it's like getting Ajebo and Ajepako. If you get Ajebo, you have to be giving them butter things. Those ones, they invest a lot in the Supergene, fertilizers and all those things to make it where it is. And then when they want to import export from their country to our own, now they select the best ones. So you don't know what happens again. But our own is broad spectrum. You plant it wherever you are, manage it how you can, and you get the best results. So Supergene is just a brand name, like Coca-Cola, like Total Fueling Station, like Owando. They are all selling fuel. They are all the same, but PMS, just the different names. So that's it. Don't be deceived into thinking there's something special about the Supergene or it's superior. It's not superior to our Tenera hybrid.